Like we don't know the player count. I know a lot of
Which
people bringing
is-
that up, whatever. For some people that's bigger deal than others, but there's little things like that where people do want to know those things.
Yeah.
So hopefully we get like a dedicated blog this upcoming week.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So
My initial thoughts of this map, honestly, kind of like if you look at it, it looks like Verdansk. Like we have farms on the right. You have like all of
It
Zaravan
does.
City, exactly. Like it feels exactly like West and East Promenade. Like Lowtown is like, dude, it feels exactly like Verdansk besides the water.
Yeah.
So I think like the overall like feeling of the game will be super good because I feel like the flow of Verdansk was like super balanced and like you can pretty much go anywhere. So I'm excited, man.
I'm looking at
when we
this.
played the map, that
Yeah.
reminded me of Verdansk when you
Yeah.
played it.
Yeah.
Like, but the only thing that is different though is like from the past two maps we had, like the center of the map isn't really the highest point.
Yeah.
Like you can't fly off from like how in Caldera was you could fly off to peak
Caldera
to
and
live
Mazda, which is great,
like
bro.
anywhere. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it was a little slow though. So like that's why I think I was kind of talking about this on stream. I don't know how many players it will need for it
Yeah.
to be like very a good pacing like from start to finish because you
Yep.
can't just like fly off the top middle of the map and then just
Yeah.
get to any other POI. Like here you actually had to get a car or you're sprinting.
Yeah.
Like you're sprinting
Well-
for a while.
Well, on top of that, though, I feel like if I don't know if you've played much zombies, but in general, the actual zips that you could take to fly out, like you can cover a pretty big distance because it
fucking
is
launch
mostly
you.
flat.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do launch you, but like you're not like running through a hill. Like you're just going straight. You cover. So there's a lot of times where I've flown from the right side of Lowtown and gone all the way across the red area to like Urgazistan cargo. Like you can literally cover like several grid
Yeah.
squares
I
in
don't know
the
if y'all
air.
have noticed either too about those zip lines is you can pull out your gun while you're flying. So that might be back too.
Wait, what?
Yeah. shoot in the air?
But it's hard to
Just shoot
say
out of the
because zombies is a little bit different because when you go underwater, you do not pull out a pistol. So there may be mechanics that are decent.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, look, this for me, this map.
But
you know what?
That's another good question, right? Like we don't know 100% for sure. If
About what?
that's- But you could shoot out of the sky,
Oh,
right? We
yeah.
didn't get it in our build, but
Yeah.
maybe you can if that's how it is. You know, like there's little things like that.
So,
Yeah, little things for sure.
is there supposed to be another blog coming out soon between now and Wednesday, or is it just patch notes coming out sometime between now and Wednesday?
I hope there's one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm praying that there's patch. I mean, is there going to be like what would the blog even cover? Because I honestly thought this blog that came out today was going to come out like on Monday. I didn't know that this was going to come out today.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But
Yeah, I thought this was coming out Monday because I feel like there would be a zombies one to get people hyped about the content on that.
true.
Multiplayer was mostly covered within this blog, and then there should be like a full in-depth Warzone one. So maybe Monday, Tuesday, or maybe we
That's
even
what I was
still have
thinking.
days left
We'll
in
get
this
like
week. Maybe we get some on Friday, tomorrow, or what's today?
a full release
My
notes
day's
or
chalk.
something.
Yeah.
I don't even know what day today is.
Today's fucking Thursday. Today's Thursday, I think. I don't fucking know. Okay, look, before we get into anything, there's a lot of things that are coming this year. And I mean, should I just start off hot, bro? Or should I just go over everything and then talk about what I'm really scared of? Or what do y'all think? I guess I can start off hot. Or we could just
let's get the ball rolling, man. Come on.
all right, listen. Okay, there's a lot of things that we're about to discuss for this game, and the biggest thing, obviously, that a lot of us have been talking about, a lot of us have been like think is great is the movement. There's a lot of things that they added by default, perks and shit like that. But the biggest thing that we are all like the community. I'm asking you guys, Chads, what do y'all think? At least for me, boys, let me know what y'all think. I haven't seen it in any of the what's it called, any of the blogs or anything like that, is player count. I'm scared because whenever we went from like what was it, 150 120 in Warzone 2 to 100, it felt like a snooze
horrible.
fest,
Yeah.
absolute snooze fest. Even with the whole regain potential of like gulag tokens, all that stuff, at least in my opinion, it still felt incredibly slow. Now, this map, they said it at COD Next. For those of y'all who don't know, this map is smaller than what's it called? Al-Mazrah. This is a smaller map. So I hope they don't take that as, oh, it's smaller, let's decrease the player count. I mean, bro, we ended Warzone 2 with 100 fucking players. Like that is insane. So
sketchy.
What do y'all think? What do y'all think? What do y'all think, boys? What do y'all think the player count's gonna be? And is that you know what do you guys think it's? What does it need to be?
It needs to be a minimum of 120.
Yeah.
A minimum. It needs to be. I'd like 150 just because more is, you know, especially for pubs and stuff. I mean, but that's my take.
120. Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
120, 150 for sure. Because like, although the map is smaller than a Mazda, like when we played it, I felt like the gunfights were longer distance than how a Mazda was. Or maybe I would just find people that love to snipe, and you know, they're in a couple of buildings across, but it didn't really seem like the close range was as dominant as I feel like with Mazda. Like the buildings are super close, you could kind of jump from one to the next, like window to window. But in where I was fighting, at least in Urzikstan, like I was literally skyscraper across skyscraper. So I don't know how that's gonna play out, especially because I think of everything competitively. So I can see like fights taking forever, especially with like self revives, being on top of a rooftop. Like I just don't know. It's sketchy to think about how it might play out.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, okay. J God, what are you thinking? Oh, you're muted. You're muted.
I'm muted. Yeah. I think it's gonna be 100.
Really?
Yeah, 100. Trios probably 99. Quads 100. Duos
Fuck.
100. Solos 100.
And what do you think?
That's what I think.
What do you think is that? You think it's going to play slow? Or you think it's going to play fast, normal? Because for whatever, in the history of the last 3 years that we've seen.
I don't know. It's really hard to say. I mean, Shifty and Sage, they got like what, like 2 double 20 bombs or 25 bombs? Like
True.
not even really knowing the map. People like actively avoiding conflicts to try and the lobby. You know what I mean? Like, well, I think the difference, people probably would be able to drop 40s, but if it was 150, you'd be able to drop 60s. Like
Okay.
how slow do you like? I mean, they can make the zones faster. I don't know. The reality, I think they do the 100 just because the lobbies are less laggy, better ping. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, chat. So let's say, okay, for everybody in the chat right here, I want to hear what y'all like. Are you guys willing to drop player count for the sake of better servers? Like that's been a big discussion for a long time now, and it's like, okay, let's say it's, I guess I'll use the term 150 to 120 or 120 to 100. Is that worth it to you guys? Oh, this is streak down the middle, boys. Like, is it worth it for y'all?
Well, the part of it is there's no transparency to know that that's even the reasoning.
Yeah.
Like if they said, hey, you know what? We're going to roll with 100 because we want to have a solid launch. We don't want people to DC or crash. Like what we happened in Warzone 2. Literally every other match was DCing.
True.
People were going on nuke streak, raging the hell off because one of their 4 would disconnect. The next match, the next 4th would disconnect. And the next match with it was awful.
Yeah.
I mean, do people forget that? Like, but
Yeah.
if you could have like reliable servers, I think that's potentially more important, at least for launch. Even if they said in the blog or whatever, they would, hey, but we do intend to increase them as we optimize or something. Then people would be like, cool.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Gotta be
That's just me.
transparent.
That's
I
just
think
transparent.
we just
Yeah.
need that communication.
I mean,
I feel like we haven't had a solid launch without any problems. Like it's very hard to grind. It's very hard to grind the game 12 hours, and you're just like, you just can't even play that sometimes.
and we know they're going on vacation for the holidays, like when this thing goes out, right? So like, obviously, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. These guys have been working their asses off. I'm just saying, like, if it comes out and it's bad off rip, we're gonna have to deal with that until January, February, because they come back in January and then they still have to work on it, then test it, then push it out. So whatever problems have,
Yeah.
like it's gonna be there till probably February, which, you know, in the history of Warzone, has there been a launch of a new map where it comes out good off rip? I don't think ever, right?
I think only when we went from to 84, I felt like it was
Yeah.
fine, right?
Yeah.
But it was basically the same map.
Map changes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, okay. Well, I don't know. I think that's the biggest thing. I think chat's kind of split down the middle from what I was seeing. Is they're very like, yo, about half and half about whether they would like to decrease player count or increase it, right? I mean, J God, I hope you're not right. I really do, but something in my gut, man, is telling me that it's gonna be 100. And I mean, okay, you think that's a big enough reason for people to just give up on the game? Because we know first impressions are literally everything. Like,
I don't think the average person in their entire playtime breaks 10 kills. Just so
Yeah.
you know.
So I don't think they care. The majority
They
doesn't
don't care.
It don't
Okay.
change nothing for them.
They don't even. Their PB, if they got 10, they'd be like running through walls. Like, bro.
Yeah, I guarantee you 95% of the people don't care. It's 100.
okay. So as you like, I guess if it is
That's
100,
a streamer thing. That's a 100%
Yeah.
a streamer
It's
thing.
a streamer thing.
okay.
Even or a sweat or a wager thing. The people don't stream.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. That's my only concern for this entire game.